Did you know that a recent poll conducted by Gallup shows that 46% of US adults felt a lot of stress yesterday? That's nearly 1 out of every 2 people. So basically, if you've been dealing with a lot of anxiety or stress, you're not broken and you're not weak and you're not alone. You're basically just living in the same world that everybody else is living in. And today, I'm going to give you 3 simple steps to help you reduce your anxiety, especially when it hits out of nowhere. So the reason that I'm making this video is because we got a comment on a recent video that we posted from a lady named Abby, and she said, "Hi, I've got some issues with anxiety, and if you could make a video on anxiety and how to cure or lessen the symptoms, I'd really appreciate it." And it just so happens that in this video, we are going to cover exactly what Abby requested. So, if you're like Abby, this video may be for you. Now, as is tradition, I have to let you guys know I'm not a doctor and I can't promise magic cure or anything like that on a YouTube video, but I am going to give you a practical framework to lessen your symptoms and lower your stress baseline. There will also be additional tools in each step to help assist you. And I need you guys to remember that step 2 includes 1 sentence that can stop those what if thoughts from multiplying. Just real quick, if you're new here, I'm John Watkins. I'm one of the owners of Balms and Botanicals. This channel is all about natural tools that help you sleep better, stress less, and feel more like yourself again. Let's get to the 3-step framework. Step number 1 is calm the body first. When anxiety hits, your body's basically pulling a fire alarm. And here's the key. You can't logic your way out of a body alarm. You've got to downshift your nervous system first. And I'm going to give you 3 specific tools that can help you calm your body first as part of the first step. The best part about these is that you can do pretty much all of them in about 1 minute and 30 seconds. So let's get into the first one. The 20-second reset. So I'm going to go through it here with you real quick. Just try to do this with me right now. So you're going to breathe in. That's it. You breathe in real deep, almost to full depth through your nose, and then you do an extra little tiny breath at the top. I don't know if you caught that, but that's important. And then you want to exhale slowly out through your mouth. You want to do that 2 to 3 times. And this is one of the fastest ways you can help calm your body and your nervous system down. It's literally just a breathing exercise that you take 20 seconds to do. Step number 2 is called Name It to Tame It. So just follow along with me if you can on this real quick and say this out loud. This is anxiety. This is my nervous system. It will pass. Because once you label it, you stop treating it like it's some sort of mystery threat or strange emergency. And then the final tool is what we call the 5-4-3-2-1 grounding exercise. This takes about 60 seconds. So whenever you're in a state of pure panic and shock and all the alarms are going off in your head for whatever reason, whatever things may be happening, what you want to do is this quick 5-step grounding plan. So what you're going to do is pick 5 things you can see, 4 things you can feel, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing that you could potentially taste. Now, obviously, I know that this could be pretty challenging to do depending on where you were and when you were trying to do this. But the key to it is that it helps distract your brain from the freaking out that it's doing, and it helps you focus on finding, well, basically 15 very specific things that are right in front of you, and then focusing that energy on the present state and getting your mind off of the anxiety and the stress and the tension. So one thing that's really unique about anxiety is that for a lot of people, anxiety lives in the future. Basically what that means is you're worried about things in the future that might not have happened yet, or that could happen, or that you think will happen, or that someone told you would happen, or whatever. That's all future stuff that hasn't happened and might not even happen. So in order for you to pull yourself out of these future hypotheticals, you use something like a grounding exercise to root yourself in the present. And that's what it does. Grounding pulls you back to the present moment. And now that your body is out of the panic mode, if you've done some of these things that I've just talked about, step 2 is where we stop the thought spiral, because the way most people respond to anxious thoughts accidentally makes the anxious thoughts even louder. Before we get to step 2, I need you to keep in mind that these tools are the foundation, but some days your stress baseline is just through the roof already from the time you wake up first thing in the morning. And that is where gentle support from an additional tool that I just happen to know about comes in. Whether it's from work or social stress or that constant wired feeling, I've got something that can help. And it is our Ron's Balms Daytime CBD CBG Gummies. And they're designed specifically for anxiety and stress management during the day without the drowsiness. And it helps you basically be calmed yet still focused while able to function in everyday life. Just a quick tiny disclaimer is that if you are pregnant, nursing, have a medical condition, or take lots and lots and lots of medications, you should talk to your doctor first. Start low, go slow, and see how your body responds. All right, let's get on to step 2. So step 2, this is the mental part. Step 2 is called stopping the spiral. So anxiety doesn't usually start as a full meltdown. It starts as a thought. And then obviously your brain being what it is, it opens up 1,000 tabs in your mind and you're thinking about all this crazy shit that could go on and what could happen and why you need the stress and are you going to lose your job and are your kids going to grow up and be ugly just like your husband and things like that. You got all these anxieties in your head now, right? But the beautiful thing is that there is one sentence that can stop all of those what if thoughts. Here's the sentence. Are you ready for it? This is real. I've been promising this, and here it is. The sentence is, quote, maybe, but not right now. So it's like I said, there's all kinds of things that your brain presents to you all the time about things that you should worry about. Like I say, are your kids going to grow up and be ugly just like your husband? Maybe, but not right now. They're cute right now because they're little, right? Way to go, kids. Or are you going to get in trouble at work? You know that boss of yours has got something on the back of his or her or they, them's brain, and they want to give you a bunch of shit about it here in the future, and you're just worried about it, and oh, what if my boss just lays into me today? Well, he, she, they, it may, but they haven't yet, and it's not happening right now, so you don't need to worry about it. By using this one super simple sentence in your own little mind, you stop arguing with a thought. You're not feeding it. You're refusing to time travel into an imaginary emergency that hasn't happened yet and may never, ever even happen. It's ridiculous to worry about. So this leads me nicely into what I call the 3-question filter. And you can even break out a piece of paper and write some of this stuff down if you're really feeling jazzed up about it. But the key things that you want to write on your little piece of paper is this a fact or a prediction? Number 2, what is the most likely outcome, not the worst outcome? And finally, number 3, what's one small action I can take in the next 2 minutes as a result of this thought? That's the thing about anxieties. Anxiety hates action, even tiny actions. So if you take any action against your anxiety, even if you just say, no, fuck it, I'm not going to worry about that right now, that is enough action to reduce your anxiety by a massive amount. And that leads us to step number 3. That's lowering your daily stress baseline. This is the step most people skip. They only fight anxiety when it shows up. And that's about like, brushing your teeth only once you have a cavity. So I'm going to give you all 3 tools for ways to lower your baseline in this section of the video right here. Habit number 1 is called stabilizing your blood sugar, and it's what I consider an easy win. Try this simple rule. Do protein within an hour of waking up and make sure that it's kind of a low glycemic type breakfast. You don't want to do the pancakes. You don't want to do the Pop-Tarts. You don't want to Lego your Eggo or any of that garbage. You want some real high quality, high protein, low sugar, low carb stuff in your breakfast. Habit number 2, that is the sneaky trigger, the caffeine audit. Some people can handle it, and some people get launched into orbit whenever they take too much caffeine. If you suspect that is you, what I want you to try to do is run a 7-day experiment and cut your caffeine in half, or switch to half caff, or don't take in any caffeine until after you've eaten. Don't guess, just give it a test and see if you get good results. Habit number 3 is another pretty good one. You want to have designated worry time, which is about 10 minutes or so in a day. You want to set a timer for 10 minutes once a day, same time every day, and you want to write down every god-awful, ridiculous, insane thing that you're worried about that's going to make you lose your hair or have all your hair go gray or whatever it is that stress does to your hair. And then, once you're done with worrying about the crazy shit that you have to worry about in that 10-minute time after you've written it all down, then you don't worry about it anymore. And then the next morning, whenever anxiety tries to hijack your brain or ruin your whole breakfast or whatever it's trying to do, you can basically tell yourself in your own head that I've already worried about that yesterday from 5:45 to 5:55, and I'm not going to worry about it anymore until today at the same time. I know it sounds sort of like stupid and juvenile, and it's probably like something that you would see on like a Barney episode in the late 1990s of him telling you like, just be positive, kids. But it actually is true. And if you in your own mind try to train yourself to only worry a certain amount of the day, and then for the rest of the day you focus, you will find that you'll have a lot less worrying in your day. Now, I know I said I was only going to give you guys 3 habits, but here's an extra bonus one, and it's probably going to shock you. But the 4th habit is move your body. Even a 5 or 10 minute walk can help your body discharge stress. You don't need a perfect workout. You just need to signal to your body that you're safe and everything's okay, and you need to get the excess energy that you have out. And a walk or a jog or something like that is a great way to do that. So whenever you say get home in the afternoon, if you find yourself with an extra little bit of time, 15, 20, 30 minutes here or there, maybe before the kids get home or before it's time to get in the shower and get ready to go to bed, instead of sitting around and doom scrolling on Instagram or TikTok, or instead of drinking a bunch of whiskey or smoking crack rock or whatever it is that you do with your spare time during the day, you could just go for a walk. It's an option. You probably just don't do it very often, do you? All right, so to recap, you want to calm your body with 2 big inhales and exhales, and you want to do that for about 20 seconds. And you want to add the grounding exercises, like I said. You want to stop the spiral, maybe, but not right now, plus the 3 questions. You want to lower your baseline. You want to increase your protein and decrease your caffeine, and you want to, reduce your worry time by, specifically writing it down at a certain time of day. And now what I want to do is hear from you in the comments, because I'm going to make more videos like this, and your feedback lets me know if you found this helpful or if you have other things that you want to ask about. This is how I come up with ideas for content, by you guys letting me know what you think or what you have going on. Also, when anxiety hits, what's your number 1 symptom? Is it like racing thoughts or a tight chest, like a heart attack situation? You may be having a heart attack. Is it stomach flips? Is it irritability? Is it trouble sleeping? Drop that in the comments, because I want to make videos to help you all reduce these situations. Oh, and obviously, Abby, if you're watching this video, you can comment below too and let me know which one of these things hits you the hardest, and then maybe I can cater another video in the future. This is your day 1 challenge. Do the 2 physiological sighs, and then hit some of those thoughts with a maybe, but not right now. And if you actually do these things that I'm wanting you to do, let me know by putting I tried it in the comments, and tell me if it helped change your mood or reduce your stress, even if it was only by like 5 or 10%. And I know we mentioned anxiety messing with people's sleep earlier, and since we talked about that a little bit, I want to make sure that you know that I made a video specifically about anxiety and sleep and how you can potentially improve your sleep. The full video is right here in front of my body parts, and you can watch that, and hopefully we see you guys over there. I'll see you in the next one.